في أي صورة ما شاء ركبك كلا بل تكذبون بالدين وإن عليكم حافظين كراما كاتبين يعلمون ما تفعلون إن الأبرار لفي نعيم وإن الفجار لفي جحيم يصلونها يوم الدين وما هم عنها بغائبين وما أدراك ما يوم الدين ثم ما أدراك ما يوم الدين يوم لا تملك نفس لنفس شيئا والأمر يومئذ لله صدق الله العلي العظيم اللهم صل على محمد
Subhanallah, very beautiful Quran recitation, Brother Habib. Now I'd like to invite Brother Fateh to come here and please start Marcia. Thank you. Brother Fateh. Nare salawat. Salam Ya Zahra Ya Zahra Ya Zahra Ya Zahra है मेरी बीबी
ہے میری بی بی تیرے در پہ استغاثہ ہے، تیرا ممنون میری شہزادی جہاں سارا ہے، یا زہرا یا زہرا، تو ہمیں حفظ اور امان دے دے، اپنی چادر کا سائے باندھ دے، تیری قدرت میں کیا نہیں بی بی، تو جسے چاہے دو جہاں دے دے، یا زہرا یا زہرا یا زہرا یا زہرا، آنسوؤں نے یہ دعا مانگی ہے، تیری تسبیح پڑھ کے دل نے تجھے پکارا ہے، یا زہرا یا زہرا زہرا یا زہرا، فرش مجلس پہ اور مصلی پر ہر جواں کہہ رہا ہے رو رو کر، ہم رہے نہ رہے مگر بی بی، تا قیامت رہے غم سرور، یا زہرا یا زہرا، تیرے بچوں کا غم مناتے ہیں، اپنی اولاد سے کئی بڑھ کے غم یہ پیارا ہے، یا زہرا یا زہرا، خون بن کر رگوں میں ہے نوحہ، میری نسلوں میں بھی رہے نوحہ، جیسے میں پڑھا ہے بچپن نے، میرے نادے علی پڑھے نوحہ، یا زہرا یا زہرا یا زہرا یا زہرا، تیرے دل پر ہے جو ستم ٹوٹے، زندگی میں جو تو نے غم دیکھے، آسمان و زمین پہ گر ہوتے، مثل شب وہ سیاہ ہو جاتے، یا زہرا یا زہرا یا زہرا یا زہرا، تجھ کو امت نے یوں ستایا ہے، مرگ محسن پہ بھی رلایا ہے، تجھ کو بابا کے بعد امت نے آئے دربار میں بلایا ہے، یا زہرا یا زہرا، کتنے صدمے اٹھائے ہیں تو نے، جیتے جی تجھ کو میری شہزادی ہم نے مارا ہے، یا زہرا یا زہرا یا زہرا یا زہرا. نعرہ سلوات.
Jazakallah, Brother Fateh. Now may I request Brother Hassan Zaidi to come on and please recite Marsiya. Brother Hassan Zaidi. Thank you.
بارے دیگر سلوات. تھا یاد میں نبی کی جو زہرا کا غیر حال، تھا یاد میں نبی کی جو زہرا کا غیر حال، آنکھوں پہ اٹھتے بیٹھتے آنسو تھے دل نہ ڈھال، حیدر شریک غم تھے اور اطفال خرد سال، ان کے سوا کسی کو نہ تھا ان کا کچھ خیال، روتی تھی سر پٹک کے مزار رسول پر، ٹوٹی تھی ایک قیامت کبریٰ بطول پر، ٹوٹی تھی ایک قیامت کبریٰ بطول پر، نوحہ پڑھا جو یاد میں بابا کی صبح و شام، لائے علی کے پاس شکایت یہ خاص و عام، روتی ہے رات دن جو بطول فلک مقام، دن بھر کے کام رات کی نیندیں ہوئی حرام، کتنے ہی اس سے بڑھ کے بھی مغموم ہوتے ہیں، مرتے ہیں سب کے باپ کہیں یوں بھی روتے ہیں، مرتے ہیں سب کے باپ کہیں یوں بھی روتے ہیں، سن کر مدینے والوں کا یہ دل شکن پیام، تھے صابر و حلیم مگر رو دیے امام، جا کر حرم سرا میں سنائے جو یہ کلام، ایک آہ بھر کے رہ گئی بنت شہ انام، اتنا کہا حضور کچھ ان کے کبھی نہ تھے، میرے ہی باپ تھے وہ کسی اور کے نہ تھے، میرے ہی باپ تھے وہ کسی اور کے نہ تھے، جا کر یہ ان سے کہیے کہ زہرا ہے غم نصیب، رونے سے روکتے ہو نہ روئے گی یہ غریب، وہ چل بسا جو تھا میرے ہر درد کا طبیب، تم گھر نہ چھوڑو میری ہی رخصت ہے اب قریب، رونا ہے ناگوار تو کل جاؤں گی کہیں، بچوں کو لے کے شب میں نکل جاؤں گی کہیں، بچوں کو لے کے شب میں نکل جاؤں گی کہیں، اس گفتگو کے بعد یہ معمول ہو گیا، تا شام گھر میں رہنے لگی بنت مصطفیٰ، روئی یہاں ضرور مگر گھونٹ کر گلا، پڑھ کر عشاء بقیہ میں آئی بسد بکا، ماتم بھی ساری رات کیا اور بین بھی سب روئے، بیٹیاں بھی حسن بھی حسین بھی سب روئے، بیٹیاں بھی حسن بھی حسین بھی، واپس گئیں جو گھر تو ہوئیں صاحب فراش، ابھرے تصورات و خیالات دل خراش، رحلت کروں گی میں تو جب اٹھے گی میری لاش، بچوں کے ننھے ننھے جگر ہوں گے پاش پاش، سب بیٹیاں بھی بیٹے بھی آنسو بہائیں گے، بکھرائیں گی وہ بال تو یہ خاک اڑائیں گے، بکھرائیں گی وہ بال تو یہ خاک اڑائیں گے، بعد از دعا جو خط وصیت رقم کیا، رک رک کے ہر مقام پر بی بی نے کی بکا، طے کر کے پھر مصلے پہ اس خط کو رکھ دیا، یاسین پڑھ کے لیٹ گئیں اور کی قضا، فضا تڑپ کے روئی کے بی گزر گئیں، بچوں کو پالنے بھی نہ پائیں کہ مر گئیں، بچوں کو پالنے بھی نہ پائیں کہ مر گئیں، سب گھر میں آ گئے یہ سنا جب کہ شور و شین، تڑپی زمیں پہ زینب و کلثوم کر کے بین، رو رو کے ماں کی لاش سے لپٹے حسن حسین، مسجد سے آئے بال بکھیرے شہ حنین، گل پڑ گیا کہ ہائے مدینہ اجڑ گیا، احمد کے اہل بیت میں کوہرام پڑ گیا، احمد کے اہل بیت میں کوہرام پڑ گیا، تھا یاد میں نبی کی جو، درود محمد وآل محمد۔
Jazakallah, Brother Hassan. May I now request Brother Baqtiya to come and recite Marsiya, please.
Ya Zainab, Ya Zainab, Ya Zainab, Sri Kandi Karbala, Ya Zainab, Kawanita Syurga, Kau bawa amanat ibu, Kau berlindung dalam iman, Kau bela Husainmu, Kau jaga alimu, Ya Zainab, Ya Zainab. Engkaulah cermin dari ayah dan ibumu, hanyalah Zainab yang dipanggil
akilah wahyu. Kau pelita di hati, engkaulah putri Ali, ya Zainab, ya Zainab, ya Zainab, serikan di Karbala, ya Zainab, kau wanita syurga, kau bawa amanat ibu, kau berlindung dalam iman, kau bela Husainmu, kau jaga alimu, ya Zainab, ya Zainab. Ceritakan pada kami tangis Sukainah tentang bayi Abdullah yang tewas terpana, tentang bumi berdarah dan terbakarnya kemah, ya Zainab, ya Zainab, ya Zainab, serikan di Karbala, ya Zainab, kau wanita syurga, kau bawa amanat ibu, kau berlindung dalam iman, kau bela Husainmu, kau jaga alimu, ya Zainab, ya Zainab. Kau sematkan pesan syahid dalam rintihan, kau menyalakan semangat dari tangisan, penyambung lisan Ali, kau menghidupkan hati, ya Zainab, ya Zainab, ya Zainab, serikan di Karbala, ya Zainab, kau wanita syurga, kau bawa amanat ibu, kau berlindung dalam iman, kau bela Husainmu, kau jaga alimu, ya Zainab, ya Zainab. Kami kami menangis karena mengharap cintamu, cinta yang membuat kami menanggung rindu, cinta yang sejati hingga bertemu Nabi ya Zainab, ya Zainab, ya Zainab, serikan di Karbala, ya Zainab, kau wanita syurga, kau bawa amanat ibu, kau berlindung dalam iman, kau bela Husainmu, kau jaga alimu, ya Zainab, ya Zainab. Salawat.
Jazakallah, Brother Bakhtiar. Now, before I would invite Maulana for Majlis lecture today, I would like to have a final invitation to Marcia, Brother Fazl Abbas. Please.
No, we have a time shortage. Maybe I'm going to recite maybe 3 or 4 verses, inshallah. बिलखीस पासबां है ये, किसकी जनाब है, मरियम दरूद ख़्वाह है ये, किसकी जनाब है, शाने खुदा आया है ये, किसकी जनाब है, दहलीज़ आसमां है ये, किसकी जनाब है, कुर्सी ज़मीं से लेती है, गोशे पनाह के बैठा है अर्श साया में, बैठा है अर्श साया में, किस बारगाह के उल्फत खुदा के बाद हबीबे खुदा की है, मुनसिफ के पास ये भी विला किबरिया की है, परवाना फाक़ा की ना शिकायत ग़िज़ा की है, इज़ाल जुदाई खैरुल वरा की है, आबो ग़िज़ा की फिक्र ना सोने का ध्यान है, आंखों में शक्ल बाप की, आंखों में शक्ल बाप की, रोने का ध्यान है, बेटे पुकारते हैं कि लिल्लाह बाहिरा, अम्मा ना इतना रो, गुलामों पर रहम खाओ, नाना कहाँ गए हैं, बुला लाए हम बताओ, हम कपड़े फाड़ते हैं, नहीं तो गले लगाओ, नाना के बाद हाय बेखदर
ہم ہوئے سب ایک طرف حضور کے، سب ایک طرف حضور کے، بھی پیار کم ہوئے باہر سے مرتضیٰ گئے، گھر میں جھکائے سر منہ ڈھانپے رو رہی تھی اکیلی وہ خوش سحر، دینے لگی پیام عرب کا شہ بحر و بر، گھبرا کے بولی ہائے کروں کیا میں بے پدر، قابو میں موت ہوئے تو مر جاؤں یا علی، بابا کا سوگ لے کے، بابا کا سوگ لے کے کدھر جاؤں یا علی، اے میری فاقہ کشمیری نادارم مجاں، اے میری بے دوا میری بیمارم مجاں، کعبے کی آبرو میری سردارم مجاں، اے میری صابرہ میری ناچارم مجاں، نانا بھی تو تھی کوئی تازہ خطاب دو، اماں جواب دو میری، اماں جواب دو میری، اماں جواب دو۔ صلوات پڑھے محمد وال محمد پر۔
Before I introduce the speaker of the day, Hujjatul Islam, Maulana Qibla Zaki Baqri Saheb, I would like to give a brief introduction of Maulana Zaki Baqri. As you all know, Maulana has been here in Singapore previous occasions. But me personally, I feel whenever I think of Maulana and the other alims of the same generation, we have recently lost Maulana Sadiq Sahab, which is a big loss. I would say that the verse of the Quran where Allah Ta'ala Surah Al-Saf, يُرِيدُونَ لِيُطْفِئُوا نُورَ اللَّهِ بِأَفْوَاهِهِمْ وَاللَّهُ مُتِمُّ نُورِهِ وَلَوْ كَرِهَ الْكَافِرُونَ, that Allah will perfect, that the disbelievers want to extinguish the light of Allah's religion with their mouths, but Allah will perfect even to the dismay of the disbelievers. This verse was explicitly revealed in the context of our Prophet Muhammad, as you can see the verse following it. But I would say that even today, there are certain alims among us who are struggling and striving to bring and propagate the right form of religion to us. And it is our duty to benefit from the knowledge of such alims when they are around us. Maulana Zaki Baqri has been doing this job for the last years that we have been listening to him, his thoughtful insights into presenting the right form of religion. May I request now Maulana Zaki Baqri Saheb to please come on the screen and recite the lecture today. Maulana Zaki Baqri Saheb.
السلام علیکم ورحمۃ اللہ وبرکاتہ. أفوض أمري إلى الله إن الله بصير بالعباد ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله على ما أنعم وله الشكر على ما ألهم والثناء بما قدم من عموم النعم ابتداءها والسبوغ آلاء أسداها وتمام منن والاها جمع عن الإحصاء عددها ونأج عن الجزاء أمدها جلت عظمته والصلاة والسلام على جميع الأنبياء والمرسلين سيما خاتمهم وأشرفهم أبي القاسم محمد اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وأهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين لا سيما بقية الله في الأراضين صاحب العصر والزمان خليفة الرحمن إمام الإنس والجان الذي بيمنه رزق الورى وبه تبتت الأرض والسماء اللهم عجل فرجه الشريف. The situation in which today the humankind are reached is unbearable. The world is standstill. We know what's happening in the world. In order to overcome all of these problems, humanity has to go and ask themselves what they have done wrong. In the opinion of the Islam, the biggest problem we are facing is a disconnection between us and our wilaya. That is the reason we have ahadith, aktharu du'a al-faraj. If you want your problems to eliminated, you need to do dua for the appearance of Imam Zamana Ajjalallahu Ta'ala Farajahu Sharif. The best dua for all of us, inshallah, so that these bala, these calamities, these tests and trials goes away, and humanity who are facing challenges will going to be resolved under the banner of Imam Zamana Ajjalallahu Ta'ala Farajahu Sharif. Let's pray. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. اللهم كن وليك الحجة ابن الحسن صلواتك عليه وعلى آبائه في هذه الساعة وفي كل ساعة وليا وحافظا وقائدا وناصرا ودليلا وعينا حتى تسكنه أرضك طوعا وتمتعه فيها طويلا اللهم صل على محمد وعلى محمد وعجل فرجه. Then this Quranic dua, ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا واخطأنا ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إصرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. أما بعد فقد قال الله وهو أصدق القائلين وقوله الحق. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. من عمل صالحا من ذكر أو أنثى وهو مؤمن فلنحيينه حياة طيبة ولنجزينهم أجرهم بأحسن ما كانوا يعملون. My beloved brothers and sisters, I know it was long before I was with you physically, and this is the situation. Anyhow, at least technology has given this opportunity to reach out to our brothers and sisters all over the world. And these majalis has been released and relying in by Jafaria TV from Manipur, from India, many stations, from London, Ahlul Bayt, Ahle Bayt TV, it's very permanent TV who are working tirelessly for the propagation of Islam. And those who are organizers, I salute them and pray for them, inshallah, May Allah give us opportunity to reach and meet personally, inshallah. The topic which we have chosen for 3 days is a science in the khutbah in the sermon of Bibi Fatima Zahra salawatullahi salamullah alayha. What do we mean by science? Before I go further, today's Majlis is the foundation of our thoughts for 2 days. And exclusively for the youths, I ask if you can hold on to pen and notebook is better. Let's make it as a two-way Majlis rather than only monologue. When alim says, we listen and we go out. Let's be these majalis as a dialogue. You write it down if you have questions, what I'm speaking about, and you can ask always. And we try to entertain the answers in next majalis. When we say science, and what do we mean by science? And if you go to the dictionaries, the definition of science is the pursuit and application of knowledge and understanding of the natural and social world following a systematic methodology based on evidence. Any tangible evidence is science. So here comes this dunya and dunya of religion, completely two different things. The science says it's supposed to be a tangible evidence. And for them, non-tangible element is not a real science. And we want to prove in these 3 majalis the non-tangible science which we believe. For example, we believe in God, we believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the supreme being in the universe who created the world. How can we scientifically prove this? Inshallah, we'll prove. And this is the challenge of today's youth. Why we are not getting attached to our religion? Because we are looking for tangible resources and sources and evidence. While saying this, let me say today, science has many, many faculties, like political science, social science, etc. If you go political science today's, the world, nearly 200 plus countries, each and every country has its own behavioral pattern. For them, that particular area is that science because it gives tangible evidence. System of Singapore, how it is gone, it's a beautiful system. It's a small island which has proven to the world without any resources, how can you create resources? It's a beautiful approach to the humanity. We have to learn these lessons. And those, they have more than the resources, more than the manpower as we have, but they are backwards. Why? It's a social science. I'm not indulging there. My topic is Bibi Fatima Zahra salawatullah salamu alayha, her life, and the khutbah she presented during that time, and the science involving in that khutbah, in that sermon. If you say salawat, inshallah. Allahumma salli ala. Having said that, furthermore to our discussion, we need to establish a moment in our life, active life, not passive life. The life which can inject some good into the masses, some positives into the masses. The ayah which I recited for you, if you have Quran, and in Gadget, many of you have Quran, open it. It's the 16th chapter, Surah An-Nahl, ayah number 96, 97. It is a 97. Man amila salihan, whoever does proper action. Amal salih means, usually it has been translated into good deeds. But when we go deeper, amal salihat means, amal salih means, good deed means in Quran, and according to the teachings of Ahlul Bayt alayhim salatu wasalam, each one of us have been given different abilities. And fulfill those abilities completely is amal salih. Amal salih of a teacher is different than amal salih of a student. Amal salih of a doctor is different than amal salih of a patient. Amal salih of an alim is different than amal salih of sami', your listeners. So all of us, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given different capacities, and we need to fulfill those capacities completely. That is the amal salihat. Quran says in this ayah, man amila salihan, whoever does good deeds and proper actions, the doer is min dhakarin aw untha, male or female. And this is how my sister, my daughters, my younger daughters has to take this very seriously. In Islam, gender is secondary. Why gender is secondary? Because the asl, the reality of human being is his spirit, his soul. We call it ruh. This soul has no gender. It is an object, metaphysics. It has no gender. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَإِذَا نَفَخْتُ فِيهِ مِنْ رُوحِي فَقَعُوا لَهُ سَاجِدِينَ. When I bow my spirit into the body of Adam, you do sajda. Not before the Spirit of Allah. So sajda is not for Adam, it's for the Spirit of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That spirit has no gender. Then many of our problems goes away. Body, because body, shape of the body of each and every person, abilities of body of each and every person is different. Thus laws and regulations of the other bodies are different. So don't ever compare orange and the apple. Each and every existence have their own place in their own situation. Once we understand this, Quran is also saying the doer may be male or female. Wa huwa mu'minun, provided he should be a mu'min. Mu'min means a believer. A believer, he never looks for name and fame and money and nothing but proximity of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Once a person's desires is reached to the rida of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then many problems goes away. Once this happens, what happens? Quran says, فَلَنُحْيِيَنَّهُ hayatan tayyaba. We will going to revive such a person into the beautiful life. I request all of you, from today on, I am saying from nearly 15 years all over the world, they start your day with Quran. Before you open your gadget, your phone, make a point. I will not going to open any message until I read the message of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, at least 10 ayats a day with the translation. Today's gift for all of you. Those who are following, those who are listening to me, I'm saying from 10, 15 years. Not from me. Quran says, فَقْرَأُوا مَا تَيَسَّرَ مِنَ الْقُرْآنِ. As much as you can, recite the Quran. As much as you can, recite the Quran. And Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, if you recite 10 ayats a day, lam yaktub min al-ghafili. You shall not be one of the people, those who are heedless. Ghaflat we use in Urdu, we use in Persian. It is an Arabic word. Ghafla is heedlessness, carelessness. Something is existing, I'm not caring about it. That is ghafla. Ghafla is not allowed for a single moment. Someone asked Ayatollah Burujardi, a group of UNO's delegation came to Ayatollah Burujardi. You know Ayatollah Burujardi, before Imam Khomeini and Ayatollah, now Ayatollah Sistani, Hafadhullah, then before Ayatollah and Rahbar Muazzam, then before them was Ayatollah Khoi, and before him was Ayatollah Hakim, before him was Ayatollah Burujardi, a great scholar, a marja abdini. A delegation of UNO came to him. They asked why liquor is not allowed in Islam. He never said the effect of it. He asked what it does. The answer from the delegation was, for 10, 15 minutes, you go away and you forget everything in the world. Ayatollah Burujardi says, forgetting for single moment the world, Islam never allows. Being heedless of this world for single moment, Islam never allows. So heedlessness, ghafla, is the question we have to remove. It's a challenge we have to remove. That ghafla is what? Heedlessness. For example, oh, my ghafil tha, I was not aware. Someone has taken my wallet. And our sister said, my zara sa shopping mein mubtala thi, someone has taken. I was taking. Even in Khana-e-Kaaba, while I was doing tawaf, someone has taken my pocket. So at that time we use ghafla. So today's Muslim Ummah's ghaflat, our wealth, our honor has been devoured by others. Say salawat inshallah. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil faraj. I hope you are coming along with me. 10 ayats a day, which is going to remove our heedlessness. 10 ayats, not reciting for only sawab, although sawab means benefit. Sawab means profit. Sawab means something which is useful for my life. Yes, we can recite for the marhoomin. It's a motivation factor. Hadith is encouraging recite for marhoomin. At least in the name of marhoomin, you open the Quran. We have hadith. Looking at Quran also ibadah, an act of worship. Looking at Quran. And the one who recites, can you imagine what kind of ibadah? The one who ponders, أَفَلَا يَتَدَبَّرُونَ الْقُرْآنَ أَمْ عَلَىٰ قُلُوبٍ أَقْفَالُهَا. Don't you ponder? Quran is not only for لَا تُحَرِّكْ لِسَانَكَ لِتَعْجَلَ بِهِ. Don't ever twist your tongue to make it faster. I have to finish today one para. No need. One ayat, ponder about it. At-tafakkuru sa'a أفضل من عبادة 70 سنة. Pounding, contemplation, fikr of 1 hour is better than 70 years of act of worship. That means Islam is go into the lab, research about the COVID-19 and come up with the solution, vaccination. That is the ibadah if you do for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, not for money. Yes, money comes out. The resources of material comes later. Because if you are sincere, everything is good. 10 ayats a day. Once I make an intention, I will not going to open my gadget, my telephone, until I recite 10 ayats a day with the translation. And those our youths, if they ponder about this Quran, you will see the change in behavior. Many of our parents they are concerned about your life because you are spending hours and hours and hours in game. And when you ponder about it, you think about it, what I have done today. Because each and every moment is answerable. Hadith we have on the day of judgment, 4 questions everybody has to answer. Number 1, where did you spend your time? Because time not yours. It has been given to you as a trust. Where did you spend your life is the first question. And second question is, where did you spend your young life, youth life? I call it prime time of life. My younger brothers, please be careful. You can be a scientist. You can be a world-renowned scientist if you ponder these majalis. As long as don't come to the majlis only for sawab and go, no, I have to change my life. Quran says, if you do this, فَلَنُحْيَيَنَّهُ حَيَاةً طَيِّبَةً. We will going to revive them with the pure life. What is that pure life? It's knowledge. It's the sciences. Allah says, I will going to revive your life with the purity. So get up. Find out who you are and where you are going. This is the ayat which is leading us. If you do this, if you are a believer, if you are all your pure intention is to seek the proximity of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah is going to revive you with the pure life. وَلَنَجْزِيَنَّهُمْ أَجْرَهُمْ بِأَحْسَنِ مَا كَانُوا يَعْمَلُونَ. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to give you the reward more than what you act. And this is also a science. Actions and reactions. This is a science. If you act good, reaction is good. If you act bad, reaction is bad. It's a simple thing. It's not something which is complicated. It's a complex to understand. No, it's a very clear. Say salawat inshallah. Allahumma salli.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil faraj.
Second thing we need today I want to focus on, that is our intentions. I'm giving you today's a new terminology of Quran, and it is a gift from the Quran, not from me. And don't forget in your life. And I am presenting lectures every Sunday from Australia's brothers. They are organizing in the name of revival. This tomorrow Sunday, so you're going to, if you want, you can watch it. But 1 hour before what we have done today. That terminology of Quran is Shakila. And this ayat has shaken me so much. I have written a small article about it. It has been printed in the magazine Islah, very old, very beautiful magazine of Lucknow. Shakila. What is Shakila? Quran, this is Surah Al-Isra. If you have Quran, open it. 17th chapter, ayah number 84. Qul, O Prophet, let them know, announce them. Kullu ya'malu ala shakilate. That's enough. Our actions are the direct result of our shakila. What is shakila? That's how Quran, it touches the minds. Inquisitive mind has to search for the answers. And I always say Quran is asking question. Answers are Ahlul Bayt alayhim salatu wasalam. Salawat padhi. Because without, Imam Ali says, Quran talks to you. Istantaquhu. If you have courage, if you have that ability, talk to the Quran. Imam Ali said, no, because you do not understand the Quranic language. So there is need of a speaker of the Quran. A speaker of the Quran are Ahlul Bayt alayhim salatu wasalam. All of you can repeat it with me. Kullu ya'malu ala shakilate. Kullu ya'malu ala shakilate. Everyone acts according to the shakila. What is shakila? Someone has to ask this question. Someone asked Imam Sadiq alayhi salatu wasalam, what is shakila? Imam said, it is his niyyah. So it is still, niyyah is intention. I'll go much more detail. Shakila, if I want to translate into our attitude. Our life is dependent upon our attitude. अरे मैं अब कहाँ हो सकता है, अब बूढ़ा हो गया, कुरान कहाँ सीख सकता हूँ, खत्म हो. He's not going to. No. I'm an old man now. How can I recite Quran? How can I learn Quran? How can I learn Arabic? How can I learn language? How can I do something? That means he made a point to himself. He is not going to work on it. Now, you change your intention. You change your attitude. Intention is attitude. Your attitude shall, for example, for this youth, oh, this exam I was a little bit not doing good. Oh, that's it, my life is gone. No. Get up and say, no, next time I will be, if I have done B, next I will going to do A+. If I am doing 70% now, I will going to do 90%. And I make a point. And stop wasting your time. وَالْعَصْرِ إِنَّ الْإِنسَانَ لَفِي خُسْرٍ. By the time, Allah says, by the time, Asr is time. The most precious thing in the life is time. Once it goes, never comes back. All of us we know. وَالشَّمْسُ تَدْرِي لِمُسْتَقَرٍّ لَهَا ذَلِكَ تَقْدِيرُ الْعَزِيزِ الْعَلِيمِ. Surah Al-Yasir. This sun is the center of the universe, is moving each and every moment. That means every moment is new. Every second is new. So I have to understand where I'm spending my time, because I have to render account on the day of judgment. 4 questions. Where did you spend your life? Where did you spend your young life, youth life, prime time? And how did you earn? How did you spend? Because earning also restriction. You cannot earn through the haram. And also you cannot spend as you wish, because you have to pay off zakat, you have to pay off homes, and you have to pay off the dues of your close family members, silatul raham, etc. That the 4th question on the day of judgment is the love of Ahlul Bayt alayhim salatu wasalam, which is the motivation factor for all of it. Say salawat.
Wale Muhammad wajil farajahu.
Attitude, our attitude, if you want to play a game, for example, A is equal to 1, Z is equal to Z is equal to is be what? 26. Okay, make list, inshallah, our youths go home and do this game, beautiful game. A is equal to 1, B is equal to 2, C equal to 3, go on. Z is equal to 26. Okay. Now you have the equal of each and every alphabet numbers. You want 100 numbers in your life, 100 points. You choose a word which gives 100 points. For example, work. We like word. See how much points are there. Then wealth. All of us, we like wealth. See what is the result of wealth according to this parameter. And do it your homework. I don't have time to indulge in there. I give a result. Spell it attitude. And is equal to 100. Attitude gives you 100% result. That means I have to change my attitude. Oh, my life is gone. Now my Buddha ho gaya yaar, ab kya mujh mein dam nahi hai, baitho khatam karo. I am waiting for mouth. Although I am not waiting. If I am waiting, I have to be much more active. Because I have to gather some more provision for the akhirat. So get up. Quran says every person acts according to Shakila. What is Shakila? Attitude. My attitude, your attitude can change the life. My sister's attitude, spending hours and hours in kitchen. No. Learn something in short time. How can you have very healthy food and very tasty? Spend time in educating the second generation. And look at the life of Bibi Fatima Zahra salawatullah salam. I always say this, if you want to learn, you have to go out. Where? Because Hadith says, "Utlubil ilm walau kana bisin." Seek knowledge even though if it is in China, 1400 years before. Now, today, most of our brothers and sisters from India, Pakistan, they are going to China. Now they are realizing the economic power, scientific power of China today. 1400 years problem. What it means, time limitation, gender limitation is not that in religion. And also there is no space restriction. Wherever you get, you go it. And understand the life itself. It is a science. So go China, go to America, go to Europe, learn, nothing wrong. But in order to attain the moral proximity, you have to go to one house. That is home Fatima, wa abuha, wa ba'luha, wa Banu.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wajil farajahu.
To reach to that proximity. This is the motivation factor. Ahlul Bayt. And look at the life of Bibi Fatima Zahra sallallahu salam alayha. 18 years. And now centuries has to understand who was she. What knowledge she possessed. And how she reacted in life. And this is also a social science, brothers. And all of us, we need to understand pre-Islamic history and women. For the young girls, I am giving homework. Pre-Islamic history and women. And women in the world in general, it's a vast subject. And women in particular in Arabian Peninsula. How they behave with women. Woman was subservient during those times. And they had no any kind of right. To extend, Quran mentions the darkness of that period. Fi dalalim mubin. They were in utter darkness. Very bad situation. What was the situation? وَإِذَا بُشِّرَ أَحَدُهُمْ بِالْأُنْثَى ظَلَّ وَجْهُهُ مُسْوَدًّا وَهُوَ كَظِيمٌ. Same surah, Surah An-Nahl, ayah 58. Whenever good tidings, Quran said, Bushra, good tidings of a girl has been given to them, their face would have been turned, pale the face, and they were feeling ashamed of this being a woman. Allah. Quran gives the picture of that situation to find what kind of situation I was there. And we think today we are so smart and we are scientifically advanced and technology is very advanced. Where, man, still we are in Arabic. Still we are in darkness. After the technological advancement of this scanning, ultrasound, in India, within 10 years, they aborted more than 10 to 20 million female fetus. Nothing has changed. And we think we are getting smarter. No. We are same animals. We are same looking for this feeling of self. Quran says, whenever good tidings of baby girl has been given to them, the reaction was violent. Yatavari min al-qawm, he used to withdraw from the public. And should I take this baby as a shame or should I bury alive? They are bury alive after the birth. We abort before the birth. In the world today, technological world, millions of fetus has been aborted. Where are we? This COVID-19, you think it is something? No, it is a slap from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Get up and find out yourself who you are. Are you governing? I am governing. Lemanil mulkul yam. Quran is asking, domain belongs to whom? Where are the planes? More than 10,000 planes at a time. 1.5 million passengers. What happened? Everything is gone. And Quran mentions from beginning up till now, Hazrat Nuh, during the time Hazrat Shuaib. I was reciting in the Tafsir Mawdu'i from Ahlul Bayt TV. Every day I have program from London. The Wednesdays is the Tafsir of Mawdu'i. Nowadays, these days I'm talking about. My question is, in these days, is Corona imtihan hai ya adab? Corona is a test or trial or chastisement from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And how to react is a challenge. The religion teaches us, first thing is every cause has effect. Good cause has good effect and bad cause has a bad effect. It's also science. All of us in scientific word, tangible reasoning, we are looking in the science. That means what? Every good shall produce good. Every bad shall produce good. Telephone, every 3 months changing. That means they are looking for the perfection. Every 3 months, the past telephone has gone obsolete. Computer has gone obsolete. What happened? But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created each and every atom complete. An atom has nucleus, electron, proton, 165 laws within that atom. That is how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created. Even a leaf is perfect. Everything is perfect. Does religion has to be perfect? That perfection comes. Al-yawm akmaltu lakum dinakum wa atmamtu alaykum ni'mati wa raditu lakum al-islam adina. This is the characteristic of deen, religion of Islam, which is complete, a complete package for the humankind. Hudal linnas. It is not religion of Shia, religion of Sunni. No, it's a religion of humankind. Hudal linnas. Quran is not book of me and yours. If you go to university, if anyone says, what is your book? Don't ever say this is my book. You say this book of guidance for humanity. From where Quran says, Hudal linnas. Time is getting closer. I hope today you establish this moment. Coming to Majlis, don't come only 1 hour and alim says, Khatib says something, and no. Be serious about it. One Majlis is not one Majlis. You're spending 3 hours. You're coming from home, going back to home, sitting with the brothers. It's a very beautiful thing. And we are losing that. From one year, I'm crying out, why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has taken away from us Jumu'ah? Why Allah has taken away from Majalis? We could not sit together. What we have done wrong? I cry out myself. I don't know why. Hadith says, Al-Jum'ah Hajjul Akbar, Hajjul Fuqara. Jum'ah is the Hajj for the poor people, those who cannot go to Hajj. And we lost it. What we have done wrong? Something has to be there. So first thing what we need to do, astaghfar. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, oh Prophet, as long as you are there, there shall not be any chastisement. Oh Prophet is gone. Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. What is the second solution? Allah is not going to give you chastisement until while you are doing astaghfar. At least 70 times. If you cannot offer that namaz-e-shab, at least daytime, 70 times you say, Astaghfirullah Rabbi. Astaghfir. I don't know. I cannot predict what is going to happen. 2020 has gone as if there was no 2020. And 2021 is coming. We don't know what is going to happen. And no one can predict. I remember last September 2019, BBC predicted, oh, what is going to happen to African countries if this goes, this pandemic, things has turned around. Africans are doing good. And now London airport, the busiest airport is gone. Lemanil mulkul yawm. Allah is asking, domain belongs to whom? Man, where are you? Get up. So our attitude has to change in regards to religion. Don't put religion as a sidewalk. It's a sirat. It's a main stream of highway. Ihdina sirat al-mustaqim. Bibi Fatima Zahra, and understanding this situation of women, situation of humankind during that time, situation of women during that time. During that time when girls have been buried alive, Janab Khadijatul Kubra, what she did, she had a shelter. If you cannot take care of girls, bring it to me. I will take care of them. And some of the people, historians, they said she had 3-4 girls. No, she had only one girl. She used to take care of other girls, and they used to call her as mother. And that motherhood is a challenge to the existing society. Bibi Khadija al-Kubra was revolting. That's why I always say to my sisters, my daughters, my young daughters, don't go with the tide. You cannot go high. You go against the tide. Tundiye baade mukhalif se na ghabra uqab, ye to chalti hai tujhe uncha udane ke liye. Never get scared. And see what are the weaknesses of society and go against. Don't go where the tide. Go against the tide. Then you have higher ground and you can go higher. You know the surfing, how they go? They go all opposite the tide. They want more higher and higher tide. Bibi Khadija al-Kubra, she went opposite the tide. And same, her daughter, Bibi Fatima Zahra, salawatullah salam alayha, she took charge of that. The hadith of the Prophet, لولا علي لم يكن لفاطمة كف. If Ali wouldn't have been there, there was no suit for Fatima and no equal partner for Fatima Zahra. This is the fazal of whom? Is both. So that means intellectually, the status of Imam Ali and the status of Bibi Fatima Zahra is same. Status of Imam Ali and the status of Bibi Fatima Zahra is same. In order to know tangible evidence scientifically, this is the khutbah. Nahjul Balagha is like Quran, is a scientific piece of information which can change the life of humanity. Likewise, Nahjul Balagha is an interpretation of the Quran which can change the humanity. You name all the sciences, it is there, like Quran. And Bibi Fatima Zahra, in her lecture, in her sermon, she gives this khutbah at that same level. So that shows intellectually both of them were equal. There was no difference between them. May Allah guide us all. May Allah give us inspiration to follow the path of Ahlul Bayt alayhi salatu wasalam. This khutbatul fadak in history has been narrated from so many sources. The source which I am reading now is Ruya Abdullah bin al-Hasan alayhi salam, has been narrated by a son of Imam Hassan alayhi salatu salam, whose name was Abdullah. When the ruler has decided to take away the garden of Fadak, and you know, all of us know Fadak has its own history. I'm inshallah doing the Sharh Khutbah Fadak from Ahl Bayt TV from Monday, inshallah. For until this 20 days, we have Bibi Fatima Zahra's Shahadat. Join with us, inshallah. And when she left home, her chadar was on the ground. That symbols she was in rush. And the moment everyone could see as a moment of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Till they reach to the place, their governing body with the Muhajirin, immigrant people in Medina, Wal Ansar and Madanites, and other people. Then she sat down. She said, "Ah." The sound of her outcry has reached to the bottom heart of those people. Everyone started crying. وَعْلَمُوا أَنِّي فَاطِمَةٌ. You should know, I am Fatima Zahra. The only daughter of Prophet. She challenged through the Quran what you have done wrong. And this is the going against the tide. At that time, women had no right to talk about anything. And she goes there. She talks. And world has witnessed her talk. Inshallah, we're going to talk about from tomorrow how deep the talk was. Few sentences enough to understand the scientific approach of Bibi Fatima Zahra sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And this is, I know, this Shahlum of a yearly Majlis of mother of Fazlil Abbas. May Allah forgive all of our mothers, all of our parents. Make their journey of Akhirat easier, inshallah. In 18 years of age, at her age, is a young lady. History says, after the incident of the door, she became so weak, she could not stand for for salat. She used to lean on the wall and offer the salat. The famous Marcia Bibi Fatima Zahra, Subbat alayya masao ibn law annaha, is a scientific thing. The tragedy which fall upon me, the calamities which has fallen upon me, which has they put into situation, if this would have been put on the day, it would have turned to night. Understanding this is, you need lot of insight, lot of knowledge. I was searching, ulama, scholars, what she mean, what she wanted to say. Subbat alayya masa'ibun lawannaha. What she wanted to say. I reached to conclusion, that is, her outcry was not for her, for humanity. Because the day when they remove Imam Ali, the result will be very, very dark for the future. What we see today in the world, more than 2 billion humanity, they don't have a meal of a day. Her outcry was for a human being. Because the just system has been removed, and this is going to be a foundation for the destruction of humanity. Wahi hua. Salam. There is the last moment of the Prophet. Prophet wanted to let we all know history, write it down and witness. Prophet was sleeping in the lap of Fatima Zahra. Someone had knocked the door. She asked, who is there? He had no courage to say, who is there? I'm an Arab, I want to meet the Prophet. Fatima Zahra said, no, my father is not in situation. You cannot meet, please. Go back. After a while, second knock, same answer. Third time, Bibi Fatima Zahra, she felt so hard. She started crying. The tears fell on the face of the Prophet. Prophet opened the eyes. What happened? Why I am still alive? Why you are crying? Why? Baba, someone is at the door. I'm constantly telling him to go back. He's not listening. Oh, Fatima Zahra, this is your door. It's a Malakul Maut. Israel, he never need any permission, but your door. Never needed any permission. But your door, within 75 days, Muslim Ummah forgotten her status in the eyes of Allah and the Prophet. They came to the door of Allah. The demand was, give it, hand over Imam Ali. I always say this. The first protector of Wilaya of Mawla Amir al-Mu'minin is Fatima Zahra. She said, no, as long as I am alive, I cannot do this. You know what happened? Inshallah, we'll listen tomorrow. The door fell on her to extend. Sallallahu alayki ya bint Rasulillah. Sallallahu alayki ya Fatima Zahra. Ala la'natullah ala al-qawm al-zalimin wa say'alamu alladhina zalamu ayyamun qalbin qalabu. This dua is exclusively for the COVID-19. It's very good and related to Bibi Fatima Zahra. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Ya man latif lam yazal ultubna fi ma nazal antal qawi najjana an qahrika yawm al khalal li khamsatun utfi biha harra al waba il hatima al mustafa wal murtada wa abnahuma wal fatima aibadihim min naslihim qad ja'ana min fadlihi العابدو والباقرو والصادقو والكاظمو ثم الرضا ثم التقي ثم النقي والعسكري والحجة الله الذي بأمرك القائم. Oh Allah, with these names, protect humanity. Take away this COVID-19. Oh Allah, forgive our sins. Oh Allah, forgive our parents. Oh Allah, give us inspiration to understand your religion and follow it closely. Oh Allah, protect our faith and beliefs and future of our generations. May Allah give them the direction with which they can achieve, revive their lives and become successful in this world and hereafter. Oh Allah, hasten the appearance of Imam Zamana. Ajjal Allah Ta'ala Faraj al-Sharif. Matam Hussain, Ya Mahsan, Ya Hussain, Ya Fatima Zahra.
या आज रुखसत हो रही है तुमसे ज़हरा या अली आज रुखसत हो रही है تم سے زہرا یا علی. پردۂ شب میں میری میت اٹھانا یا علی. آج رخصت ہو رہی ہے تم سے زہرا یا علی. آج رخصت ہو رہی ہے تم سے زہرا یا علی. پسلیاں توڑی گئیں کیسے یہ بتلاؤں گی میں. حشر کے میدان میں بھی اس حال میں آؤں میں. ہاتھ پہلو سے نہ تم میرا ہٹانا یا علی. آج رخصت ہو رہی ہے تم سے زہرا یا علی. آج رخصت ہو رہی ہے تم سے زہرا یا علی. وہ مصیبت آپ نے اچھا ہوا دیکھی نہیں. اب میں سیدھے ہاتھ سے تسبیح پڑھ سکتی نہیں. ایسا کنفذ نے ہے مارا تازیانہ یا علی. آج رخصت ہو رہی ہے تم سے زہرا یا علی. آج رخصت ہو رہی ہے تم سے زہرا یا علی. کہتی ہے زینب یہ مجھ سے دیکھ کر چہرہ میرا آپ کے رخسار پر یہ نیل ہے کیسا پڑا. میں نے کھایا ہے تماچا مت بتانا یا علی. آج رخصت ہو رہی ہے تم سے زہرا یا علی. آج رخصت ہو رہی ہے تم سے زہرا یا علی. تازیانے کی اذیت کا اٹھانا ایک طرف, وہ تماچے قتل محسن در جلانا ایک طرف. سب سے مشکل تھا مگر در بار جانا یا علی. آج رخصت ہو رہی ہے تم سے زہرا یا علی. ہو رہی ہے تم سے زہرا یا علی. جب میری تلقین پڑھنا یاد کر لینا ذرا, در کے گرنے سے میرا بازو بھی ہے ٹوٹا ہوا. میرے شانوں کو ذرا دی رہلانا یا علی. آج رخصت ہو رہی ہے تم سے زہرا یا علی. آج رخصت ہو رہی ہے تم سے زہرا یا علی. جب سے آئی ہوں پلٹ کر فکر ہے مجھ کو یہی, میں تو پردے میں گئی پھر بھی ضعیفہ ہو گئی. بیردا دربار ہے زینب کو جانا یا علی. آج رخصت ہو رہی ہے तुमसे ज़हरा या अली या हुसैन या हुसैन या फातिमा या ज़हरा 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 या फातिमा Ya Fatimah ya Zahra, wahai jantung hatiku, wahai Zahra jiwaku, bangunlah oh sayangku, yatimmu perlukanmu, wahai pencipta langit, wahai Tuhan yang agung. Aku Haidar yang hibah, aku Haidar yang duka. Ya Fatimah ya Fatimah ya Zahra, ya Fatimah ya Zahra, ya Fatimah ya Zahra, ya Fatimah فاطمة يا زهراء يا فاطمة يا زهراء يا فاطمة يا Wahai wanita suci telah jatuh ke bumi, wajahmu telah ditampar oleh si sang duljana. Dari belakang pintuku terdengar teriakan suaramu, Haidar maafkan diriku, Mohsinmu telah tergugur. Mereka menendang pintu, tersepit seluruh tubuhku. Paku menusuk diriku, gugur sudah anakmu. Ya Fatimah, Ya Fatimah ya Zahra, Ya Fatimah ya Zahra, Ya Fatimah ya Zahra, Ya Fatimah ya Zahra, Ya Fatimah. Wahai putri Rasulku, ngapa derita kesakitan? Wahai buah hatiku, ngapa wajahmu pucat? Hati ini berdarah melihat tulang belakangmu. Hati ini berdarah melihat tulang belakangmu. Hati ini berduka melihat darah Zahraku. Ya Fatimah, Ya Fatimah ya Zahra, Ya Fatimah ya Zahra, Ya Fatimah ya. Telah tiba masa untukku berjumpa dengan Tuhanku. Di syurga akan ku peluk Mohsin anak kecilmu. Salam wahai Haidarku, salam wahai imamku. Akan ku tunggu dirimu di syurga bersama Bapakku. Ya Fatimah ya Zahra, Ya Fatimah ya Zahra, Ya Fatima wahai jantung hatiku, wahai Zahra jiwaku, bangunlah oh sayangku, yatimmu perlukanmu, wahai pencipta langit, wahai Tuhan yang agung, aku Haidar yang hibah, aku Haidar yang duka. Ya Fatima ya Zahra, ya Fatima ya Zahra, ya Fatima ya Zahra, ya Fatima ya Zahra, ya Fatima.
فاطمة الزهراء فاطمة الزهراء فاطمة الزهراء فاطمة الزهراء فاطمة الزهراء قرآن مستوری تو ذکر محصوری نورون علی نورون علی نورون علی نوری بالاتر از فکری چون ذات حق بکری ذکرون علی ذکرون علی ذکرون علی ذکری ذکرون علی ذکرون علی ذکرون علی ذکری ریحانه کاشانه شاهانه مولایی دردانه بابایی ای سوره انسان پروانه فرزان شانه مولایی همخانه دریایی ای دختر باران ای که بر خداونده عظیمی قائمه لا فتا الا علی لا سیف الا فاطمه لا فتا الا علی لا سیف الا فاطمه لا فتا الا سیف الا فاطمه ای مهربان بانو جان بانو هر دانه از تسبیح تو یک کهکشان بانو ای مهربان بانو جان جهان بانو هر دانه از تسبیح تو کهکشان ماه زمین ما مهر تو دین ما ای رشته های چادرت حبل المتین ما ای همسر و همسنگر و ای یاور حیدر تو ای کوره کوثر تو انسیه هورا نقش دل و نقش سر و انگشتر حیدر تو دل داده و دل بر تو ای ابیها هر زمان بر قلب لشکر زد علی بی واهمه لا فتا الا علی لا سیف الا فاطمه لا فتا الا فاطمه لا فتا الا علی لا سیف الا فاطمه ای قبله محراب ای مادر ارباب ای قبله محراب ای مادر ارباب سینه زن کوی حسینت را بیا دریاب سینه زن کوی حسینت را بیا دریاب از جام تو مستیم از جام تو مستیم ما دل به تو بستیم ما منتظر منتقم فاطمه هستیم ما منتظر منتقم فاطمه هستیم من سائل و من غافل و من جاهل و عاقل تو مقصود نوافل تو ای سوره اخلاص من عاطل و من کاهل و کامل تو عشق ابو فاضل تو ای مادر عباس ذکر عباس دلاور وقت فتح القمه لا فتا الا علی لا سیف الا فاطمه لا فتا الا علی لا سیف الا فاطمه لا فتا الا علی لا سیف لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله محمد رسول الله علي ولي الله علي ولي الله وصي رسول الله نادي علي يا مظهر العجائب نادي علي يا مظهر العجائب تجده عونا لك في النوائب كل هم سينجلي كل هم وغم سينجلي بعزمتك بعزمتك بنبوتك بنبوتك بولايتك بولايتك علي 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 حسين 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 محمد و آل محمد صلوات. على محمد وآل محمد صلوات. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد جل فرجهم. زيارة جامع صغيرة. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم. السلام على أولياء الله وأصفيائه. السلام على أمناء الله وأحبائه. السلام على أنصار الله وخلفائه. السلام على محل معرفة الله. السلام على مساكن ذكر الله. السلام على مظهر أمر الله ونحيه. السلام على الدعاة إلى الله. السلام على المستقرين في مرضات الله. السلام على المخلصين في طاعة الله. السلام على الأدلاء على الله. السلام على الذين من والاهم فقد والى الله ومن عاداهم فقد عاد الله من عرفهم فقد عرف الله ومن جهلهم فقد جهل الله ومن اعتصم بهم فقد اعتصم بالله ومن تخلى منهم فقد تخلى من الله عز وجل. وأشهد الله أني سلم لمن سالمتم وحرب لمن حاربتم مؤمن بسركم وعلانيتكم مفوض في ذلك كله إليكم. لعن الله عدو آل محمد من الجن والإنس وأبرأ إلى الله منهم. وصلى الله على محمد وآله. اللهم كن لوليك الحجة ابن الحسن صلواتك عليه وعلى آبائه في هذه الساعة وفي كل ساعة وليا وحافظا وقائدا وناصرا ودليلا وعينا حتى تبه أرض طوعا وتمتعه فيها طويلا برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين.
يا علي
Jazakallah everyone. Please recite Surah Fatiha for Syeda Mutahera Banu, who is the late mother of brother Fazlil Abbas, and for all Marhoomin. Al-Fatiha. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. And inshallah, please take note of the announcements. Inshallah, we will continue the next two lectures tomorrow night and on Monday night, inshallah, at 8 p.m. Singapore time, which will be UK time 12 p.m. and Indian time 5:30 p.m. Inshallah. Next two lectures for Ayyam-e-Fatimiyah and for the Majlis of Isaal sawab of Syeda Mutahera Banu to be recited by Maulana Zaki Baqri. And one more announcement is that tomorrow morning at 5:45 we'll have Subo Fajr prayers. So you're requested to please register via Collabdin. Jazakallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.